Hey, good afternoon and welcome back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech as the Orediggers taking on the Eagles out of Kings College. Thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. Paul Panisco, the lovely and talented John Thatcher as well. And we're getting ready for the men's game, brother.
We are getting ready for the men's game, and I always get excited to come up here and watch that Tech team. They're so well coached. They're ranked in the country for a reason. And he's a great recruiter, and it just makes it a better atmosphere and a lot more fun to come and watch.
So, again, before this one gets started, we will have the unveiling of the Frontier Conference Championship banner. That's coming up here in just a few minutes. But as we talked about with the women's side, let's look at the men's side of this thing. This is the final warm-up, if you will, before Frontier Conference officially gets underway. Talk about this Montana Tech team and what's going to bring them power here as we get going to the Frontier.
Well, extremely athletic, highly intelligent, great basketball IQ on the whole standard. And they go deep on the bench, and that's what makes this team really effective. When you can come off the bench and not hurt your team, you're a special basketball team, and that's what they've got.
On the other side, the Eagles come in here. We talked about the women's side being nationally ranked on the Canadian side. This men's team comes in 2-8, and they certainly have themselves an uphill climb as they get ready to take on the Orediggers here this evening.
Well, I don't think they'll face a better defensive team they're going to get a look at today. And that, to me as a coach for 55 years, it's always been about defense. And when you play great defense, you're in every game and you got a shot. And that's what this Tech team does. And I think they'll be a little bit surprised at how good Tech's defense is.
So we are getting ready for the start of this one. Montana Tech taking on the Eagles out of Kings College as the team's coming out. And again, we're going to get the unveiling of the banner here in just a few moments. So thanks for joining us here. We'll, let's see here. We'll get our starters, get this thing rolling here in just a moment. Well, as we get ready for our presentation of the banner here, ladies and gentlemen, this Montana Tech men's team getting ready to hang the Frontier Conference regular season and the Frontier Conference Tournament Championship banner. As the guys will head over and get this thing rolling here.
Always a great day when you can celebrate the performances that you got out of these last three teams. And first time in the history of the school to win 3 in a row.
And the first time in the history of the conference to win 3 regular season and the same 3 Frontier Conference tournament runs. Just an incredible run by Coach Hyatt and the crew as the guys out here, John Wick taking some pictures. We'll get the banner pulled here in a moment. And just an outstanding achievement by Coach Hyatt.
And these guys. What are they pulling that with? Because I'm looking over there and I can't see a string or a rope or anything. Is somebody jumping up? Are you jumping up there?
I think Matt Steppen is in charge of the string that is up there.
Okay.
And if it doesn't come down on the first tug, I do believe he has to climb up there and take it down by hand.
Awesome.
This Montana Tech team, you know, you look at the all-conference performers, the first-team All-Americans from that year ago. You look at, Caleb Bellich. You talk about Asa Williams. You talk about the incredible guys that made that year possible, winning the Frontier Conference regular season and the tournament championship.
Difficult thing to do.
And the 2024 Frontier Conference Championship banner.
Keely Bake the honors.
So Keely Bake will give it a tug. And the banner is up. The 2024 Frontier Conference and Tournament Championship banner is up.
That's what playing, that's what being an athlete is all about, right up there. That's what you get on the floor, and that's what you want to do, is be the best of the best.
Boy, this run has just been fantastic. You know, when you look at a guy like Keely Bake pulling that thing down, he has been part of all of them. You know, they have won 3 straight Frontier Conference championships, 3 straight tournament championships. The only school in the Frontier to accomplish that, and they're certainly not even remotely content with 3.
No, not as long as that guy's coaching them, they're not.
tell you.
He's the guy, and he's the chief, and he demands excellence, and he gets it.
So as we are back here, the Eagles, the starters coming out for them. And taking a look at their starters right now, Brock Stuper is on the floor. Also Benjamin Thess. Looks like Gravin Ouellette will start as well, along with Jonathan Barwager. And last but not least is going to be Evan Castle down on the block. Castle, a 6'6" sophomore.
Yeah, Tech should have the size advantage in this one. And the game's about quickness and size in case you need to be informed by me.
Perfect, I appreciate that. So the Dig starting 5 coming up next. Montana Tech 11-1 on the year. Their only loss coming to the Masters in Arizona the day after they beat Arizona Christian. And the Montana Tech starting 5. Let's see what they're able to bring out here in their starting 5. And the first one out is going to be Braden Cook. Braden Cook, the sophomore out of Helena, 6'3". He has just been on fire here in the preseason thus far.
He's been on fire for 6 years. This guy can play.
That's a great point. Ifeanyi Okeke is next. Okeke is 6'7", senior out of California. Just an absolute dominant defensive force. And the other absolute dominant defensive force for Montana Tech right after him, Hayden Decons. Decons, the junior out of Geraldine, is just textbook defense. Keely Bake is next. Keely, the senior, as Keely rolls out, the senior out of Fairfield, 5'11", $185. And last but not least is Big Mike inside. Big Mike, Michael, you are the senior out of Idaho. He is averaging very near double-double. And Montana Tech wearing the home whites. The Eagles wearing the road blues, and we are ready to roll.
I'm just looking at the starting lineups. And one of the advantages of Uri, he always gets a beast down there defending him, and he is excellent at getting out and shooting the three-point. Now, it looks to me like they're going to have the quickness to go out and cover him out there. We'll get a look at that as the game goes on.
Agreed. It'll be interesting to see, because that is one of the significant matchup problems, is you have to guard Mike Ure at the arc. You have to guard him attacking the hoop as well. So the ball goes up. Okeke gets the tip, and Montana Tech will start things off with the basketball. Digs into the offensive zone. Pass goes out to Decons. Decons with the left hand. Bounce pass comes across. Top of the key. Bake eyed it off. They go into Okeke now to Keely. Bake's going to fire. Keely Bake knocks it down.
Yeah, you got to defend him, no question.
So Bake gets us started. Montana Tech leading 3-0. And the Eagles will come the other way. Eagles into the offensive zone, spinning out there with it. Nice pass on the interior. Shot won't go. Batted around. Coming out with the basketball is going to be Ostermeyer. Now to Ouellette. Ouellette double team. Moves it here on the near side to Barwagen. His shot is short. Rebound Cook. Cook to Keely, and Bake the other way. So Keely Bake gets us into the offensive zone. Michael Ure, nice pass to Decons, unable to hold on to it, just off his hand. Turnover will go to the Eagles. They'll push the pace the other way. Down to the baseline, and a block call going to go on Michael Ure early.
That is a good call. He didn't quite get there to draw the charge.
So Michael Ure will pick up his first personal foul. And that is one of the things that has gotten in the way of this Montana Tech team early in the season, has been their posts have gotten into foul trouble early, quite often.
I don't think you're going to see that today. This is a perimeter-based Kings team, and it's ideal for Montana Tech because they are great defensively from the perimeter. Sorry.
No, you're good. I apologize. Barwagen goes 2-2. Montana Tech leading 3-2. Into the offensive side, Braden Cook, left wing. Move it around the arc. Now inside to Ure. Ure fighting his way to the rack. A high off the glass, no good. Gets his own rebound, back up and in. Michael Ure padding his stats with the offensive rebound and the putback. Down the floor, handoff, spinning, shot is up and out, no good. Second is no good. And Montana Tech off the rebound back the other way. Michael Ure hauls in that rebound. He'll get it up top, across to Cook. Cook, a little shake and bake, fires from the arc, no good. Long rebound controlled by OKK. That was a gift, came right to him. Hayden Decons, nobody picks him up. The defender tried to swat it away from him and just gave him the baseline wide open.
Yeah, and I love the percentage shot. A dunk is always my favorite shot.
I loved his look like, well, okay, I'll just do this. Deep three, no good. High rebound, nice rebound on the inside that time by Ostermeyer, but it's taken away by OKK. Ostermeyer's got some springs on him for the Eagles.
That he does.
Montana Tech, OKK up top, left side, Decons. Michael Ure's gonna fire. That one rattles out, no good. Rebound by the Eagles. Pushing the pace the other way, Stuper. Nice step through, Stuper shot, no. Offensive rebound and the putback for Castle.
I'll tell you what, Kings is going to the boards heavy.
Doing a nice job on the inside, really forcing the issue. Around a screen, Montana Tech up top to Michael Ure. Ure looking right, passes that way to Decons. Decons attacks and gets it. Hayden Decons, a big part here early, 4 points. Running the lane, that one's gonna be knocked away and taken away by Decons. Decons down the floor, left side, OKK. Switch dribble. Fee goes in the corner to Cook. Cook fires, no. Defensive rebound brought in by Castle. Castle hands it off to Stuper, and Stuper across the timeline. Stuper looking right, passes right to Castle. Castle fires from deep. And Montana Tech will grab the rebound back the other way.
Both teams in a hurry to get a shot off.
Yeah, it felt like that was awful rushed. Into the offensive side, Michael Ure, ball taken away. With the steal is going to be Ouellette's. Second turnover of the day for Montana Tech. Wraparound shot is up and in, count it, and the foul for Jonathan Barwagon.
Outstanding backdoor play. Point guard, great pass.
Been impressed with Barwagon so far here in the opening 4 minutes, playing awfully well. Michael Ure will check out. Rhett Reynolds will come in. Montana Tech leading 9-6. And at the foul line is Jonathan Barwagon, a senior out of Lethbridge. And he knocks it down. So Barwagon with 5 of the Eagles' 7. And into the ball game for the first time for Montana Tech today, Levi Torgerson. Saw his first action in Arizona. Torgy, of course, dual sport, played football. An all-conference kick returner, punt returner, tremendous receiver.
Another great athlete out of Great Falls.
Yeah, what a shocker that there's a Torgerson that is incredibly smart and incredibly active. Turnaround jumper is up and out, no good. Defensive rebound, Eagles. Pushing the pace the other way, down to the baseline is Stuper. Stuper feeds it on the interior. Trying to find an opening, instead it gets out to the wing. As Castle fighting, he'll move it up top to Ouellette. Ouellette, right side, inlet pass is taken away. Good read that time by Cook. Outlet to OKK, running the lane, left hand, rolls out. And that one tipped and taken by the Eagles. Reynolds got a piece of it, but the Eagles come the other way in transition. Trailing by 2, Castle looking for the lead, no. Braden Cook grabs another rebound, Montana Tech the other way. Bounce pass to Reynolds. Reynolds with the right hand, spinning, sky hook, no good.
Both teams fairly cold to start this off. Both pushing the ball real well.
Eagles shooting 20%, Montana Tech at 36%. Turnover, Fee will get it. OKK will slam it home with 2 hands.
I don't think the net even moved on that, did
I don't think it did at all.
He was a foot above the rim.
Holy man. That was like a ninja slam or something. 4-point lead for the Digs. Eagles with the basketball. Good pass. Shot blocked by Decons. Castle gets it though. They'll move it around left wing. Stepping through, double team, bounce pass to Castle in the block. His shot is up and in with the left hand.
That's excellent teamwork by the Eagles.
Castle 4 points on the day. The lead is 2 for Tech. Torgy feeds it inside to Reynolds. Rhett Reynolds with the right hand, up top to Torgerson. Torgerson down the left side of the paint. He's going to attack. He gets it up and in.
He's not supposed to be able to do that in the paint with all the bigs around there. Great scoop shot.
Levi Torgerson in this lineup now for Montana Tech really adds another very distinct wrinkle for this offense, and especially defense. Castle strokes the three.
The game is about guards. I love post players. You know that. I love bigs, but the game is about successful guards.
Yeah. Levi Torgerson, just an incredible athlete here at Montana Tech, coming off a phenomenal year at receiver, and again, all-conference performer as a return man. Return 2 kicks for touchdowns.
Did he make honorable mention All-American as a kick returner?
No.
No?
Don't even get me started on that. I think I was put on the no-fly zone or no-fly list because of my antics on social media because of that.
Well, rightfully so.
Diggs by 1, 13-12 over the Kings. There's a timeout on the floor. I'll take this chance to breathe for a moment, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here right after this.
Even when you have to weather the storm, even when the unexpected happens, even when the local environment slows things down, we will get you what you need when you need it. We are committed to getting you back in the seat, back to work, back to what matters. At Torgerson's Equipment, we know what matters most: community, family, working every day to make your day more productive.
Back here once again at the campus of Montana Tech as the Digs taking on the Ingles out of King's College. Again, thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. Montana Tech leading 13-12 as we're here in the first half.
I love the hustle of King's College. These guys get after it, and they're bringing that cutter and getting the entry pass. I mean, they got a couple of shots blocked, but they're going hard to the hoop. They're making Tech work defensively.
That they are. They're getting after it hard here. Montana Tech with some substitutions. As checking into the ball game for the Digs, going to be Connor Machad. Also out is Rhett Reynolds again, and on the far side is Carson Peffer, the young man out of California. Torgerson running the offense as of right now. Levi with the left hand. He's going to take it through the lead. Out to Peffer, wide open. Peffer strokes it. Great feed by Torgerson.
That's that bench coming off and doing their job right away.
Tech leading by 4. Top of the key, Castle's had an outstanding first half thus far. 7 points, leading scorer on the floor for the Eagles. He gets it down to the block. Big collision, offensive, going to go to Castle.
Well, Castle's earning his paycheck.
That he is. Evan Castle, a sophomore out of Surrey, British Columbia.
They are my favorite players when you will draw a charge.
Tech leading by 4. Montana Tech back the other way. Off the foul. Keely Bake, senior out of Fairfield, down to Peffer. Peffer inside as Rhett Reynolds, baseline, turn, no. And coming away with it are the Eagles. Machad had a piece of it. Eagles into the offensive side, super. Near side, Ouellette. Right side to Loki. 3-point shot, Castle gets another one.
Well, they better get out and guard him. That guy's got a nice shot.
Castle's rolling. He's into double digits already, 10 of their 15 points. Rhett Reynolds coast to coast, no. Tipped out, Eagle basketball. Diggs by 1, Eagles looking to take the lead. Up top, 3-point shot is on its way, no good. Peffer with the rebound. Right now, King's College out rebounding Montana Tech 12-7. 5 of those are offensive. And a pair of baskets off of those 5 offensive boards. Connor Machad backing it up, throws it to the wing. Levi Torgerson. Torgerson around a screen. To Machad. Machad running the lane, puts it up. No. Gets his own rebound, fights his way back to the rack and gets it.
That's how you get a lot of playing time right there. That's good hustle. Stayed with it.
Connor coming out of Frenchtown, the freshman. Had an outstanding career in Frenchtown. And his future's looking awful bright here for Montana Tech. Stuper with it on the right wing, around screen. Tech by 3, pass on the wing. 3-point shot, no. Torgerson, the rebounding machine, will bring it down the other way. Montana Tech, 4 wide. Torgerson lobs it down into Peffer, and he's going to be held.
Yeah, he was held.
Yeah.
Had hold of his arm.
Brock Stuper, junior out of Spruce Grove, Alberta, will be called to the hold. 11:26 left to play here in the first half. Montana Tech by 3. Michael Yore is back in. And also Owen Long is going to check in. I believe the Three Forks High School, the boys team is supposed to be here today. So his alma mater. The inbound too long. He'll fire from 15, no good. Defensive rebound, Eagles. Eagles transition back the other way. Crossland has it. Crossland to Loki. Wood up top, little shake and bake down the right side of the paint. Stop. Good pass up top. Deep three, no good. Mashad brings it in. Connor Mashad. Down the floor, Montana Tech. Peffer has it. Peffer turns with a right hand. Nice take, gets it.
Yeah, great pass to give him the ball. He had a great matchup against the guard.
Really good anticipation as well. The guard reached over his left hand. He spun to his right and went right to the rack with it. Eagles, Loki with it, far left side. Loki steps back, around a screen. Pass goes on the right side. He has the baseline into the double team. Travel call going to go against Jackson Huffnagel.
Good help from Keely Bake to create that.
So Huffnagel called with the travel. Tech leading by 5. 20-15 our score. The Digs up over the Kings.
Kings now
Kings
in a
College.
2-3 zone.
Healy Bake to Long. Montana Tech shooting 45% from the floor. Peffer on the wing. Near side it comes to Long.
Ball's got to go inside.
Into the high post it goes. Connor Mashad around to the defender. Boy, he used the defender to screen his man off him. And Connor Mashad takes it to the rack. Mashad right now sits with 4 points. He's 2 of 3. 7-point lead for the Digs. Eagles with the basketball. Low-key through the double team. Good ball fake. He'll take it with the right hand and gets it.
Great patience. That takes patience to do that crossover move.
David Low-key, a freshman out of Smithers, British Columbia. Is that named after the illustrious Smithers from The Simpsons? Far right side, enters in the corner. Owen Long for 3, gets it. So Long knocks down his first of the day.
Tech's getting the ball inside against that zone, and it's creating that perimeter play.
Tech leading 25-17. Eagles with it. Feels like Montana Tech starting to find their stride defensively here a little bit. Baseline and Long going to be called with a hand check.
He pushed him.
So Owen Long picks up the personal. And the Eagles will inbound here in their offensive zone. 9:12 left to play here in the first half. Braden Cook will check in. Eagles looking for somewhere to go. Bounce pass entry to Park. Nice feed inside, but too far in front, taken away by Peffer. Down the floor, Braden Cook. Cook attacks, rolls out. Mike is there for it, and he'll put it back. Michael Yore puts it up and in.
Brings back my old coaching philosophy, follow the person shooting the layup. You'll lead the nation in scoring.
That's the truth.
It is the truth.
Backdoor cut. Eagles baseline shot partially blocked. Mashad and Cook were both there.
Yeah, I think Cook got his hand on the ball behind him.
Around a screen up top, Montana Tech. Pass to Cook in the foul line. Braden Cook rattles out. A little too close for him. 10-point lead for the Digs. 27-17, Loki in the paint. Pass goes out on the right wing. 4 wide. Out there with it is Park. Park's pass. Keely Bake tipped it. Keely Bake picks it up. Keely going to attack. Pump fake once. Gets the shot and gets the foul.
Yeah,
Keely Bake, ladies and gentlemen.
He may be small, but he knows how to set you up. That's exactly what he did with the defender.
Yeah, tremendous smarts there by Keely. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. 8:12 left to play here in this first half. Montana Tech up 29-17. With the timeout, we'll take one. We're back here after this. Welcome back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech. The Orediggers up 29-17 over the Eagles out of Kings College. Again, thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. Montana Tech up by a dozen. They're shooting 50% from the floor. That number has gone up drastically here over the last 5 minutes or so. On the other side, the Eagles shooting 31% from the floor as of right now. And at the foul line, Keeley Bake, a chance at a three-point play. Keeley, 5 points thus far. He has not missed a shot. He's 2 of 2 from the floor, 1 of 1 from downtown. And he gets that one down. You thought I jinxed him, didn't you?
No, you've never jinxed anybody. Not more than 5,000 basketball players.
13-point lead for the Digs.
You can't jinx him.
Nah, that's a good point.
He's too good at that
point.
And that stripe.
Eagles across midcourt. Controlling out on that far side. Crossland moves it here to Loki. Loki looking to hand it off to Castle. Castle drifts down to the corner. Loki in the high post, back to Castle. Castle attacks, spins, fall-away jumper is up, no good. Rebound, Michael Ure. Outlet down the floor, looking for Braden Cook, just too much, too deep. And the pass will fall incomplete, and it will go back to the Eagles. 7:44 left to play here in the first half. Tech leading by 13. You can just feel the Dig starting to settle in a little bit here as this one continues.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of substitution off the bench. Somebody's got to get productive.
Eagles controlling. Castle is on the floor, and we have certainly found that here in the last 8 minutes or so, this Eagles team is much different with Castle on or off the floor. Baseline spinning down there is Barwagon. Pass to the wing. Wants the baseline. Jump shot comes up short. Long rebound controlled by Connor Mashad. Mashad down the floor. Torgerson. Torgerson kicks in the afterburner. Pass is tipped and taken away. With the steal going the other way is Stuper. He'll drift to the wing. Hands it off there to Ouellette. To Castle. Castle for three. Gets another one.
Yeah, they got to figure him out. That's a great job. This kid can shoot.
He is 3 of 6 from downtown. He has 13 points. He has 13 of the Eagles' 20 right now. And Montana Tech went on their run when he was on the bench. Inside it goes to Peffer. Peffer, good fake, goes up and gets it. Brought the defender off his feet. And here come the Kings into the offensive side. Backdoor, great pass, good finish. As they get it on the inside that time to Ostermeyer. Actually, not Ostermeyer, that was Barwagon. Torgerson around the screen, three-point shot, no. Rebound goes to the ground and out of bounds. Crossland lost the handle on it as Peffer was harassing him a little bit. And with 6:16 left to play here in this first half, the Digs lead by 10. Montana Tech will inbound on the baseline. Tech still shooting 50% from the floor. On the other side, the Eagles at 35%. Michael Ure in the corner. Offensive rebound, Decons. He'll come out with it. OKK drifts left, lobs it into Ure. Hands it off to Decons. Decons running the paint, no. Offensive rebound, no. And we're going to get a whistle and a shove on the inside as OKK went tumbling to the ground. 6:02 left to play here in the first half. Personal foul going to go to Evan Castle. That's his second. Ten-point lead here for the Digs. Looking to inbound. Montana Tech on the baseline. Looking for somewhere to go. Bounce pass to Ure. Ure comes up top to OKK. OKK now to Long. Digs move it across to Torgy. Out of Michael Ure. Ball fake. Right side of the paint. Jump stop. Out to OKK. Good ball movement to Torgerson. Torgerson strokes it. Levi Torgerson puts it in. And Torgerson with 5 points on the day. Montana Tech up by 13. Switch dribble, losing the handle on it for a moment with Stuper. Outlet down the floor. Hayden Decons is fouled as he goes to the ground hard. Strong take by Hayden Decons.
That was a great return pass by Okiki.
Decons just has one speed.
Yep. And he can jump out of the gym. That helps also.
Just incredible. So Deacon's at the line. 4 points on the day for Birdie. He's 2 of 3 from the floor. 2 rebounds, 1 block. He'll look to add to his totals here. First free throw attempt by the Southpaw is up and good. I didn't even get to that. I mean, that obviously also makes him superior as a Southpaw.
All you left-handers stick together, don't you?
Well, we have to. See, he has this thing called talent, though, as a lefty. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's something I've read about. I've never really experienced in any form or fashion. Birdie's second is up and good. 15-point lead for the Digs. Eagles into the offensive zone. Stuper controls wide left. Castle off the floor once again. We'll see how it affects him. Loose ball. Taken away. Decons gets the steal, goes across to OKK to Rhett Reynolds. Rhett Reynolds hammers it home.
Great floor awareness by Okiki.
Very much so. 5:03 left to play in the first half. The Digs by 17. Pass, tipped. Rhett Reynolds gets the steal. Reynolds outlet to OKK. Lobs it down to Owen Long.
That should be a foul.
Boy, yeah, he got undercut hard.
He did, but they're just giving him the ball out.
Luckily, both got up quickly. Boy, that could have been bad.
Boy, both teams are getting it up and down the floor. They're attacking the rim.
Very much so. 4:52 left to play here in the first half. Diggs looking to bring it in. Pass comes into Owen Long. Turns and fires from 14. No good. Rebound tipped. Eagle basketball. Eagles the other way. Going left with it is Stuper. Stuper to Barwagon. Barwagon up top to Stuper. They'll go 4 wide. Left side it goes to Barwagon. Deep 3, no good. Levi Torgerson with another rebound. Torgy down the floor. Now it goes up top to OKK. They'll roll it into Reynolds. Reynolds' pass is tipped. That one's taken the other way, going coast to coast to Thess. He'll roll it in. So Thess will put it down. Tech leads by 15. Inside, Torgerson lobs it inside to Reynolds. Reynolds with the right hand, spins, travel call.
Yeah, it took 2 steps.
So the travel will go the other way to the Eagles. That's turnover number 6 for Montana Tech. That number, very, very high for this team.
It is. They're the best, one of the best, top 2 in the country.
Yep.
Turnover ratio.
This Adam Hyatt coach Montana Tech team has led the country the last 3 years in lack of turnovers. They're at the top of the heap again this year so far. Top of the arc, pass goes out on the far right side with the left hand driving on the inside is Franks. We're going to get a whistle and a stoppage. Let me combine some words here.
I think they got to move all those brooms off that corner. That's dangerous.
So the officials.
Got a technical. Why?
I have no clue. Was it some verbiage maybe?
I have no idea.
Yeah, they just went over to the bench.
So somebody had to say something because there really wasn't anything, ball movement or anything.
They have not put it on the big board either. And Barwagon misses the first, gets the ball for attempt number 2. So Barwagon gets 1 of 2, and the Eagles will remain in possession. So a technical, and again, unsure exactly what the technical was for.
Team technical, coach technical, I don't know. They
Eagles.
got to report to us.
Yeah, we need some input here. Pass comes down to Stuper in the corner. Stuper up top. Montana Tech by 14. Driving in the paint. Pass to the wing. Looking for the inlet. Nothing there. Now it backs out once again. Behind the back. Bounce pass. Nice feed to the rack. It's up and in for Tess.
I'll tell you, this team out of Kings, they do a great job of back cutting.
Distribute the ball very well. Owen Long up top. He'll go to Reynolds. Reynolds now inside. And Deacon's going to be fouled as he spins to the baseline. Personal foul going to be charged to Barwagon, I do believe. So Barwagon will pick up his first personal foul. Keely Bake, Michael Yor, Braden Cook back in. OKK and Decons will stay on the floor for the Digs. Tech is led by as much as 17 here in this ball game. The lead is now 12. And Keely Bake will look to get her in here. Keely Bake on the baseline. Bounce pass, Braden Cook. Cook feeds it inside to Yor. Off his foot, turnover will go to the Eagles. Down the far right wing, Franks. Dribbling left with it is Stuper. Stuper backing out to Pritchard. Pritchard back to Stuper. Take the pass, hands it off here on the near side. Jump stop, shot high is up and in for Barwagon.
It's a nice drive by Barwagon. Great job of getting it off the glass.
Tech into the offensive zone. Baseline take, Braden Cook. Collision, whistle, and a foul. So Cook is going to go to the foul line.
Well, you're struggling a little bit shooting, get to the rim, and he did.
That he did. So Braden Cook will go to the stripe here for the Digs. Cook, as of right now, looking for his first point. He's 0 of 5 from the floor. Pair of rebounds, a couple assists as well. And Cook, his first free throw attempt is up and in. So Braden Cook, who had a phenomenal trip to Arizona in a pair of games against two nationally ranked top 10 teams, Arizona Christian and the Masters. Played a huge factor down there. Cook's second is up and good. 12-point lead here for the Digs. 2:30 left to play in the first half. Stuper down the right side of the paint, kicks it out to the wing. Now it goes up top to Barwagon. Barwagon's going to fire from the foul line, and he gets it. Barwagon's starting to heat up here. He has 10 points on the day for the Eagles. Coast to coast, shot, whistle, and a foul. As into the double team that time, Keely Bake went up. He gets tossed around a little bit, and he'll go to the foul line.
He's the gas that makes his team flow. He has really a high intellectual basketball IQ.
Keely Bake at the line. His first is on the way, and good. Hopefully his grandma's with us in Billings. I see his dad and ma here. I don't think we've seen Graham yet this year.
I got to meet Graham.
She's
I
good.
don't know Graham.
Yeah, you met her last year.
Did I?
Yep.
Well, I'm old. I don't remember last year.
I assume you hit on her, too. That's kind of the way of things.
I'll listen to you.
Keely Bake gets
Have respect for the elderly.
I know. I'm sorry. I apologize.
For us elderly people.
Gosh, that was not nice. 12-point lead for the Digs. Eagles with the basketball far left side. Tess up top to Pritchard. Pritchard spins. Pass goes out, taken away. Braden Cook with the steal. Cook going coast to coast. Cook puts it up, spins it in. Great tank by Braden Cook off of the steal. Excuse me. Down the floor, Eagles, ball stripped away. Oh, he might get a travel. Across, nice Connor Machad attacks, gets it, and the foul. No idea how that thing fell in. So Connor Machad will go to the line, and he will shoot a pair. Actually, he'll shoot one, rather.
Texas really pushed the ball heavy, and they've gotten to the rim. Transition game by the Kings has to be discussed at halftime.
1:39 left to play here in the first half. Montana Tech by 16.
Or better yet, at the end of the quarter.
Yeah. Connor Machad shooting one, rims out, and that'll go out of bounds off the Eagles. That's the second time today that they have kind of bobbled a rebound in the key. And Tech will have it.
Nobody around either one of them.
14 turnovers for the Eagles here in the first half. Montana Tech was 7. The Digs only averaged just a hair over 9 a game. Pass comes all the way out to Braden Cook. He squares up and fires, no good. Mike gets the rebound. Michael Yor in traffic, puts it up, gets it, and the foul. Boy, every and one is falling for Montana Tech, it feels like, in this first half. And at the foul line, Michael, you're shooting one. So they'll stack it up here. Connor Machad left side of the key. The right side up top for Montana Tech is Peffer. And yours free throw attempts is money. Big Mike right now with 7 points. Leading scorer for Tech is Keely Bake with 8. On the other side, Castle has 13. And right with him is Barwagon with 12. Through the lane, whistle, and a foul.
I tell you, this King College really goes to the paint well.
Very much so.
And hard.
They just need somebody else to catch fire. They've got 2 guys in double digits. Otherwise, they only have 1 other guy that has scored.
Yeah, and they need a post player that's productive down there. Make this type of offense a lot tougher to defend.
Pass goes out on the left side. Up top, it goes to Williams. Williams' shot blocked. Connor Machad comes out with it. They'll move it ahead to Peffer. Peffer slams it home.
Nice ball movement. Ball never touched the floor. 2 passes, dunk.
Tremendous floor awareness again by the Orediggers on the offensive side. They go up by 21. Their biggest lead of the night. Driving through the paints. And a travel call. As using the NBA, that still might have been called a travel.
I doubt it. But you're probably
it was just a guess.
Yeah, a good guess.
47 seconds remaining here in the first half. Montana Tech leading 52-31. The Digs shooting 51% from the floor. On the other side, the Eagles at 41%. Let's see where we get some discrepancy here. Montana Tech is 4 of 9 from downtown. The Eagles are 3 of 12. Rebounding has now gone to the Montana Tech side. Remember, the Eagles led the rebounding margin big early, and that has really changed as this ball game has wore on.
Well, when you're coach, that should change. You get your point across over that stuff.
Tech with 21 rebounds, the Eagles with 16 as of right now. Diggs up by 21 points after the timeout. Montana Tech will bring her down the floor. Connor Machad will bring it into Keely Bake. Braden Cook, Michael Ure, and looks like Peffer out there. Carson Peffer, your 5 on the floor for the Digs. Keely Bake will pick it up into the offensive zone. Pass goes left to Cook. Bake again the leading scorer right now for Tech. Michael Ure trying to add 3 on. No good. Defensive rebound, Eagles. Plenty of time, fresh shot clock and more. Taken away, Braden Cook. That is his 3rd steal of this first half.
Well, you know, he's struggling a little bit shooting, so you got to contribute some other way, and he's doing that.
Cook here on the near side, up top to Michael Ure, now to Peffer. 15 seconds left to play in the first half. About a 1.5-second differential between the game and the shot clock. Around a screen, Braden Cook gonna square up. 3-ball won't go. Peffer gets the rebound, 4 seconds. Peffer steps into the right elbow and fires and gets it. Carson Peffer at the horn. Montana Tech leads 54-31. The Digs up over the Eagles here as we are at the half. Ordigger action here on Digger Vision. We'll take a break. We'll come back, talk about the numbers and more in just a few.
Hi, I'm Dr. Christopher Stanger, and my specialty is adult hip and knee reconstructive surgery. I chose this specialty because it helps patients achieve their maximum functioning potential here in Butte, Montana. I like to ask the patient how their problem is impacting them, what their desires are, so that they can return back to their levels of activity. I can help patients achieve their maximum functioning potentials and, in turn, help them with their pain.
Even when you have to weather the storm. Even when the unexpected happens. Even when the local environment slows things down. We will get you what you need when you need it. We are committed to getting you back in the seat, back to work, back to what matters. At Torgerson's Equipment, we know what matters most. Community, family, working every day to make your day more productive.
Hey, welcome back here once again as we are on Digger Vision. Orediggers basketball here on a Saturday. The final warm-up, tune-up, whatever you want to call it, before the Digs get rolling into Frontier Conference play, as that will start officially next week. As, again, they'll head off to Rocky Mountain College for the first game on the 4th. Then they'll be home on that following week, Thursday and Saturday, with Northern and Carroll here on the 9th and 11th.
I love it when the Frontier Conference starts.
Oh, it just, everything changes.
It's a war.
It is
absolute
an
war.
absolute war, and certainly looking forward to it. And we'll have it all for you here on Digger Vision. Let's talk about the first half. The Eagles came out really strong in the first half. Good defensive pressure, causing turnovers. They were aggressive to the basket, really good baseline cuts. Kind of walk us through what you saw in that first 20 minutes.
Well, I like their aggression to the basket, but it took about 5 to 7 minutes, and Tech adjusted to that, and they've taken away a lot of that take to the basket. The other thing is they don't have a post presence, so it's a lot easier to close things down and get out and play the perimeter. And we know they have one shooter who can shoot the three. He probably needs more opportunities, but Tech they've come out and they've shut him down basically in the last 5 to 7 minutes. So it's what I like is how hard they're forcing each other to play this game of basketball. What they got to go in and clean up, Kings College, is their transition game. Tech is getting way too many. I think they've got 2 or 3 dunks already in this game.
Yeah.
They've got to take that away. I've always said the ball travels faster than players, and Tech is demonstrating that tonight. A couple times it's 1-2 passes and a dunk or a layup. And so they've got to work on talk about their transition game here at halftime. Also offensively, the real downside is they do not have a post presence, so they're not using the post for an entry, for cutters, or to break a good solid man-to-man defense down. So they've got to figure out what they got to do there. I don't know what you figure out if you don't have a 6'8", 6'9", 6'10" post player.
You know, they have used the entry into the high post with a
Yes.
cutter quite a bit, and that might be what they have. So it'll be interesting to see what they bring out in the second half. As you could tell, the energy level started to drop a little bit as Montana Tech's depth really started to get to them, as it has against everybody we have seen so far this year. Tech just goes to the bench so deep and they lose so little. They continually put pressure on people and make it awfully hard for teams to really keep anything going.
No question about it. And the thing that's got me surprised is I can't believe this Kings team is only 2-8 on the season.
Agreed.
They play hard and they play tough, and they rebounded the ball extremely well. But Tech's kind of shut that down too. But the key to coaching is, how do you make adjustments from the bench in game time? How do you make adjustments when you go to the locker room at halftime? And Kings definitely has to make some changes, in my estimation, and I don't know exactly what they got to be. They tried the zone twice, and they just got riddled in that zone. So this is not a team you zone. They shoot well from the perimeter. They're pretty darn good on the block. So they got to stay away from that. And sure enough, they're going to come out at halftime and get into it because I said so. But the reality is the transition game has really hurt them here today.
Let's take a look at some of the team and individual numbers. We'll start things off for the Eagles right now. They're shooting 41% as a team, 25% from downtown. They're 3 of 12 from the arc, and they are 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Let's see here. I guess team number-wise, we talked about the rebounding early for Kings. They came out and dominated the glass early. Actually had, I believe, like a 6 or a 7, maybe even more at rebounding advantage early. And then Montana Tech turned that around. The Digs with 22 rebounds in the first half. Kings College with 17 total rebounds in that first half of play. They ended up with 5 offensive rebounds, which turned into 4 second chance points for Kings College in that first half. Now, individually, as I mentioned earlier, they have 2 guys that are rolling. They just need a little help. Castle has 13 points. He is the leading scorer on the floor. Castle is 5 of 10 from the floor, 3 of 6 from deep. He also has 5 rebounds for the Eagles. Barwagon has 12 points. He jumped up real nicely late in that first half. Barwagon with a dozen. He is 4 of 8 from the floor and 4 of 5 from the free throw line. He is the only player to shoot free throws for the Eagles so far in that first half.
Yeah, and that kind of surprises me because the aggression in this game and the movement and get to the ball and get to the paint, that they are limited in foul shots.
Let's see here, and again, from there, Tess is the only other one who has scored. Tess has 4 points. He's 2 of 3 from the floor. So 3 guys in the books right now with points for the Eagles, 2 guys in double digits. They just need a little bit. They need help. You know, you've got guys, and especially if you start to get help from other players, then that frees open Castle. Barwagon gets a little bit more range to do his work as well.
Well, I don't remember in all my years of coaching seeing anybody beat other teams at high levels with just 2 guys. You can't do it. It's impossible. So they got to figure out a way to get their shooters open. If they're the only 2, then get them open.
On the other side for Montana Tech, they're shooting 50% from the floor, 37% from the three-point line. They're 4 of 11 from deep and 8 of 9 from the free throw line. As I mentioned, they have 22 total rebounds. 10 of those are offensive. They have 16 second chance points.
Oh, no question. They're controlling the boards right now, and in particular the offensive boards, and that's the name of the game, rebounding. That
is a huge number, 16 second chance points for Montana Tech. And as I mentioned earlier, 7 turnovers. So we'll see if they're able to curtail their turnovers in the second half. They're one of the best teams in the nation at just over 9 turnovers a game. And we'll see how the final 20 minutes kind of shakes out here for them. Individually for Montana Tech, everyone that has seen the floor has scored. We talked about the other side with only 3 guys in the scorebook. For Montana Tech, they have 10 guys that have scored thus far. They are led by Carson Peffer, 11 points. He hasn't missed a shot. He's 5 of 5 from the floor, 1 of 1 from downtown, 2 rebounds and a steal for Peffer. He has 11 points as of right now. Keely Bake with 8 points. He's 2 of 2 from the floor, 1 of 1 from downtown, and 3 of 3 from the free throw line. From there, you're looking at Michael Ure with 7 points. Hayden Decons with 6 points. Connor Mashad has 6 points. He's 3 of 4 from the floor. You have Levi Torgerson with 5 points. Who else am I missing here? Braden Cook with 4. You have Owen Long with 3, Rhett Reynolds with 2, and Ifeanyi Okeke with 2 points on the day. So again, 10 guys have seen the floor for Montana Tech, and all 10 have scored in the first 20 minutes of play.
Yeah, and that's pretty amazing when you look at the scoring that Braden Cook has done up to this point. He is having an off night shooting, and that will change to start the second half. Mark my words.
Montana Tech with the lead over the Eagles out of King's College. We're at the half, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. Second half is coming your way in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Dr. Christopher Stanger, and my specialty is adult hip and knee reconstructive surgery. I chose this specialty because it helps patients achieve their maximum functioning potential here in Butte, Montana. I like to ask the patient how their problem is impacting them, what their desires are, so that they can return back to their levels of activity. I can help patients achieve their maximum functioning potentials and, in turn, help them with their pain.
Even when you have to weather the storm, even when the unexpected happens, even when the local environment slows things down, we will get you what you need when you need it. We are committed to getting you back in the seat, back to work, back to what matters. At Torgerson's Equipment, we know what matters most: community, family, working every day to make your day more productive.
Well, as we get ready for the second half here on Digger Vision, Montana Tech leading 54-31 at the break. Again, Montana Tech will start Frontier Conference play next week as they will go on the road to Rocky Mountain College a week from today on January 4th. They'll take on the Battling Bears at the Fortin Center over in Billings. The women will play at 2, the men will play at 4. Then they're home that following week, January 9th, which is a Thursday again. Frontier Conference on Thursday and Saturday games. So on the 9th, Northern will be here, head coach Chris Mowat, and the Skylights, who have really started the season out well. And then Carroll College will be here on January 11th. So a pair of home games, January 9th and January 11th.
Getting close to my birthday.
Mark those on your calendar.
Yeah, get me presents.
What do you want for your birthday this year?
Corvette.
Well, you've asked for that the last 15 years we've done games, and I haven't come through yet.
You could go to the store and buy me a little one, but at least you were thinking of me.
I'm not going to do that either. Anything else? How about a frappe and small order of fries?
I'll take a frappe.
Yep. Diggs leading 54-31. Second half about ready to roll here. Again, thanks for joining us on Digger Vision. As we are rolling, Eagles back into the offensive side. Looking for an entry. Pass goes down in the corner and out of the wing. Back up top to Ouellette. Ouellette switch dribble in traffic. Ouellette spins with the right hand. Scoop shot goes up, no good. He's looking for the whistle. Tech the other way. Pass to the corner. Braden Cook has the baseline. Braden Cook with a finger roll.
It's a great drive. He got the defender leaning totally towards the baseline, took advantage of it. Braden Cook is fun to watch.
That he is. 25-point lead for the Diggs, their biggest of the night. Ball fake, trying to find somewhere to go is Stuper. Stuper gets it across to Tess. Tess looking on the interior. He'll lob it down in the block, and it's stripped away, and it's going to go out of bounds. Tess was the intended target. Michael Ure got a piece of it. And that will be Eagle basketball in their offensive zone. So the Eagles Looking to bring it in, pass in the corner to Ouellette. Ouellette through the paint, up top, driving into the double team, step through, ball is loose, turnover, Montana Tech. Outlet to Okeke, hammers it home. Okeke with 4 points, and they've been that on each side of the floor. He's had 2 breakaways each time.
Yeah. Michael Ure looked like he got hurt. I'm kind of watching to see what's going on there.
Okay. Turnover is coming away with it is going to be Hayden Decons. Decons into the offensive zone. Spinning into the paint, back to his left hand, off the glass and in.
That tells me I'm watching enough film up there when they play these guys. He's a lefty, and that's the direction he wants to go.
I like that timeout, honestly, for the Eagles. It looks like they came out a little flat here in the second half. If they were going to let Tech keep going, this is just going to go downhill quickly.
Well, they had 2 or 3 quick turnovers, and they're not they're not attacking the paint like they did in the first half.
60-31 our score. The Digs up over the Eagles. We're back after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Christopher Stanger, and my specialty is adult hip and knee reconstructive surgery. I chose this specialty because it helps patients achieve their maximum functioning potential here in Butte, Montana. I like to ask the patient how their problem is impacting them, what their desires are, so that they can return back to their levels of activity. I can help patients achieve their maximum functioning potentials and, in turn, help them with their pain.
Just underway here in the second half. Montana Tech with a couple of takeaways from the Eagles, turning them into quick points. And Kings College calls quick timeouts, try and get things under control a little bit.
How many official turnovers does Kings College have? Do you have it on there?
18.
Yeah, way too many.
18 turnovers here in the ball game.
When you use the dribble a lot, it gets you in trouble.
So the Eagles will inbound. They'll look to get things rolling here. Stuper up top, drifting to his right, looking on the inside. They'll set a high screen for him. Picked up defensively. Baseline. Driving in. Pull-up jumper from 10 is up and in for Ouellette.
He earned that one. He had a hand right in his face.
Good-looking shot for him. He's 1 of 3 on the day. Okeke across the timeline, moves it out. Keely Bake gets it back. Bake, far left wing. Bake. The Decons. Decons drives, has a lane. Decons hammers it home.
Never seen this many dunks in a game in a while.
That's incredible. Decons into double digits with 10. And I want to say that all of Decon's points have been from 12 inches in, haven't they?
Yes.
Deep 3 won't go. And coming back the other way, Braden Cook to Okeke. Nobody picks him up in transition.
They're making me look good up here with my favorite shot. It's a high percentage shot. That's got to be 6 or 7 dunks. Transition game.
It's incredible. Eagles switch dribble up top. Stuper, ball's knocked away. Good job by Okeke out there defensively. He has such a big wingspan.
Yeah, he does.
Hove. Near side tests. Ball fake. Shot clock down to 3. Turning, stepping through, shot at the horn, off the iron, no good. Michael Ure blocking out, gets the rebound. So that is rebound number 8 on the day for Big Mike. And Montana Tech, leading by 31, rolls it in to Mike. Good spin move to the right hand, gets it up and in. 9 points on the day for Mike. Digs go up by 33. 5 wide here for the Eagles. Down on the left side, Stuper wants the baseline. Good defense by Cook, didn't give it to him. Comes back out on the edge, Ouellette. Head fake, driving. Now it comes up top, almost taken away. Loose, shot clock down to 2. Forced to throw it up, and that's going to be a shot clock violation.
That is tremendous defense. It doesn't get any better than that. Tech has really come out and smothered the perimeter, not allowing the penetration. and they don't have a release down on the block, and they have not gone back to the high post area like you talked about. So they've got to, I don't know, they got to make those changes if they want to get.
You know, in the first half, it felt like the Eagles still had confidence even going into the last 3-4 minutes of that half. It feels like the confidence that they had has just slipped away from them here to start this second half. Feels like they're playing on their heels a lot right now.
Well, they might be getting a little tired.
Yep. Ewer gets it off to Decons, out to Okeke. Okeke fires. That one goes long. Castle with a rebound. Castle getting his first minutes here in the second half. Down the floor, Ouellette. To Castle. Castle looking inside into the double team. That one's going to go out of bounds. And it will be Eagle basketball.
So as aggressive as this game is, these officials have done an outstanding job here tonight.
They really have. Really no foul trouble at all.
Because they're doing a little running themselves.
Torgerson checks in. Peffer checks in. Peffer still our leading scorer for Montana Tech. He hasn't missed a shot. He's 5 of 5 from the floor, 11 total points. The inbound to Castle. Castle steps through, fights his way to the rack, no good. Cook goes up and gets the rebound.
Outstanding defense by Peffer.
Peffer goes baseline, wrap around in the corner to Torgerson, keeps it alive. To Ure. Ure drives, pulls up, no good. Peffer with a rebound and the putback. Peffer's having himself a day.
Playing well.
Connor Peffer. Down the floor come the Eagles in a travel call.
Big time.
Yep. So Jackson Huffnagel will be called with the travel, and that will go to the Digs. 5 minutes gone here in the second half. Montana Tech with the basketball. Levi Torgerson back in, running the point. Torgy behind the back, going to his left. Up top, Okeke. Now they'll lob it into Ure. Ure spins, no, gets the foul.
No,
Castle will
son,
pick it up.
your hands were not straight up. You brought them down.
So Castle picks up the personal. And we talked about no real foul trouble, but there is that one. Castle now with his 4th personal.
Yeah, and they need him on the floor.
Yeah, they are a different beast with him out. So Castle with 4 fouls stays on the floor as of right now, but it looks like they'll sub him in here.
Subs there.
Yep. And Mike's first is up and good. So Castle will check out. And Michael, you were at the line for a second. 10 points on the day for Mike. Inching his way toward another double-double. 10 points right now, 8 rebounds. And he'll shoot one more here for the Digs. Michael, your second is up and good. Montana Tech leading 70-33 as they have shot out here in this second half. They're on a 16-2 run to start this second half. Great cut, nice feed, shot won't go. Rebound controlled by Reynolds. Outlet to Torgerson, Torgerson to Cook. Wide open, Braden Cook, it won't go. Rebound Mashad out to Torgerson for 3, and Levi drains it. Levi Torgerson has 8. And the Eagles back the other way. Ouellette moves it around the arc right side. Nice take that time by Loki, partially blocked. I think Reynolds got a piece of it. Cook fires it across to Peffer. Peffer up top, Mashad. Mashad now out to Braden Cook. Cook spins to his right. Bounce is in trouble, tried to pass it away.
Left his feet, had no one to pass to.
Yep, Peffer is going to be called to the foul as he tried to get to that loose ball. 13:59 left to play here in this ball game. Montana Tech up by 40. And we have a timeout on the floor. So with it, we'll take one, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here to the campus of Montana Tech right after this. Back here after the timeout, Montana Tech leading by 40 as the Digs up 73-33, JT. They've went on a huge run to start this second half, outscoring the Eagles 19-2 here to get this quarter, or to get this half underway.
They went at halftime, made some defensive adjustments, and they've paid dividends for them.
Yeah, the defense really got the Eagles in trouble here. Huffnagel, top of the horn, moves it right. Now it comes back here on the near side, Ouellette. Down the left side, switches to his right hand, kicks it out in the corner. Long range three is up and out, no good. Long rebound tipped out, goes out of bounds, and that will be Eagle basketball. Looked like it hit Peffer last.
I want to give this team credit out of Canada. They play hard.
Yes. Well, they came out of the gate on fire and really tremendous first 10 minutes of the first half. Then it just feels like gas kind of got away from them a little bit. Burwagen in the paint, puts it up, no good. Burwagen's had himself a good ball game, 12 points thus far. He's now 4 of 10 from the floor. Peffer around a screen, spins baseline, attacks, rolls out, but tipped in by Reynolds. Rhett Reynolds, 4 points on the day. Burwagen in the high post, hands it off to Loki. Loki moves it right side. Now it comes back here on the near side to Huffnagel. Huffnagel. Deep three by Loki, no good. Offensive rebound. The only one that went up for it was Barwagen, and he tips it up and in.
Got to get a body on him.
Torgerson will bring it across midcourts. Braden Cook. Reynolds left side. Around a screen, Cook gonna fire. Cook, three-point shot, no good. Just can't find the range here today as Cook is 0 of 5 from downtown. The outlet pass too far out in front, and the turnover will go to Montana Tech. Turnover number 22 on the day for the Eagles.
That's a heavy load. Expectations of the collegiate game are limited to 12 to 14 at max. And they've just struggled a little bit against this defense. This is solid defense. They're good.
40-point lead for the Digs. Reynolds up top, moving left, hands it off there to Peffer. Peffer drives through the lane, and an offensive call going to go on Peffer, as sliding across the floor was Lucas Franks.
I think he took an elbow in the chest.
Yeah, he hit the tarmac pretty darn hard. His left hand is already taped up big.
That hurts when they're going that hard to the bucket.
So the Eagles will get it on the foul. And down the floor we go. Across the timeline, controlling is Crossland, Jager Crossland. A junior out of Sherwood Park, Alberta. Nice take through the lane. It's up, no good. Rebound controlled, Connor Machad.
Good rebound.
Boy, no joke.
Crowd.
Olsen, or excuse me, wide open three-point shot is up and in for Owen Long. So Long strokes the three. And Montana Tech grabs their biggest lead of the day. Eagles left wing into the high posts. They'll back it out to Park. Park will attack. Spins, Park. He'll hand it off, baseline. Trying to find somewhere to go. Shot blocked inside. Rhett Reynolds swats it away from Barwagen. And here come the Digs in transition. Rhett Reynolds up and in from Torgerson.
That's great unselfish basketball by Torgerson. He could have got to the hoop himself.
6 points for Reynolds. Tech goes up 80-35. Tech on a 26-4 run here in the second half. His defense has allowed 4 points in the last 9 minutes. Deep three, up, off the glass and in.
Four-pointer.
Daniel Park hits it. Into the offensive side, Reynolds, left wing, steps through in the paint. He'll pull up from 7, rattles out. Rebound, Daniel Park, 6'5" freshman, taken away. Peffer, he gets mugged. He gets the basket and the foul.
He has really been aggressive this game. Really playing well.
Yeah, Peffer's been outstanding. Carson Peffer, the 6'7" sophomore, originally out of California. We got him by way of Glendale Community College. He was playing on his old floor last week in Arizona, I guess 2 weeks now ago in Arizona.
We've got to go home. All the relatives get to come and watch you.
Yeah, that's fun. Looks like Lane Love going to check in here for the Digs. Lane, the freshman out of Billings, played his ball at Billings Skyview. And Peffer, three-point play. Peffer, 16 points. He has had himself a day. 7 of 8 from the floor, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals as well for Carson Peffer on the day.
And 2 dunks. Thunderous dunks.
There have been a lot of those thunderous dunks here today. Eagles move it across here on the near side. Pritchard through the paint, tried the bounce pass, hit bodies inside. Rhett Reynolds scoops it. And here come the Digs in transition. Down the floor, Lane Love. He's going to attack. Lane to the rack, no. Tipped out to the wing. Torgerson almost saved it. I mean, he took out like 6 of his own players on the bench in the process, but he almost saved it.
They're cheering him on for his hustle, as they should.
He was almost personally responsible for taking out Hayden Decons on the bench. Trey, the trainer, is over there acting like he's working. Through the center, Barwagon. Ball's tipped out, taken away. Montana Tech in transition. Feed to Owen Long. Owen lost the dribble, and that one goes out of play. We'll go back to the Eagles. Turnover number 10 on the day for Montana Tech. Across the timeline, Diggs back defensively. Switch dribble by Barwagon. Barwagon attacks with the right hand, gets it. 16 points on the day for Barwagon.
They let him get into that paint easy that time. They've been shutting that down pretty well.
Tech leading by 43. Torgerson to Long. Long wide lefts. Now up top to Reynolds. Reynolds now to Lane Love. We're going to get all legal screen. No, it's going to be Tech ball, so maybe a hold on the interior.
Might have been. I was watching the movement of the basketball out there.
It's going to be a shove call, and that's going to go against Lucas Franks. So Franks called with a shove. Montana Tech basketball in their offensive zone. Just kind of with the flow of it, I originally would have thought like an illegal screen, honestly.
Lane Love with the push to get open.
That is the case. So the push will go to the Eagles. 9:23 left to play here in the ball game. Montana Tech up 83-40. Tech shooting 54% from the floor. They're led by Peffer with 16. Michael Ure has 11. Hayden Decons with 10. Driving, nice take again to the basket. That is Barwagon. He has 18 points. He's the leading scorer on the floor. Pass is knocked away by Barwagon. He dives for it, but it goes out of bounds off of Nope. They're going to say it goes out of bounds before Barwagon got it. No, it will be Orediggers basketball. My apologies.
He had his hand on it last. This eyesight's working for me. I spotted that.
Thanks, man. I have troubles at times, you know.
Trade you.
Decons will check in here for the Digs. 9:03 left to play here in the ball game. Connor Machado will check out and get a breather. Decons will look to bring it in to Torgerson. Torgerson going lefts, out to Lane Love. Love, Decons around the arc right side. That comes across to Torgerson. Torgerson into the high post. Out to Owen Long. Deep three is up and in. Owen Long knocks down the three. He has 9 points on the day. He hasn't missed from beyond the arc yet. He's 3 of 3. Eagles. Barwagon up top. He has 18 points. He has played a fantastic ball game here. Deep three is up and short. Offensive rebound. Coming out with it is Lane Williams. Taken away. Levi Torgerson. He's going to take it to the rim. Torgerson rolls it in. Gave the head fake to Owen Long the whole way and allowed him to take it easily to the rack. Eagles going lefts. Williams has it. Three-point shot comes up short, and that will be Orediggers basketball. 88-42, Montana Tech with the advantage. They have outscored the Eagles 34-11 here in the second. Torgerson will check out. 8:20 left to play in the ball game. Owen Long down to Reynolds. Reynolds on the baseline, fighting for position. Goes with the right hand and gets it. Nice take by Rhett that time. He has 8 points.
The bench has done an extraordinary job here today for Tech.
Stuper hands it off to Barwagon. Barwagon around a screen. Pull-up jumper is good. Barwagon has 20.
Yeah, they got to get somebody else to score besides him.
Montana Tech's bench has accounted for 49 points, 41 out of their starters here thus far. Reynolds in the key, rolls out, tipped. Great job by Hayden Decons. He makes that incredibly difficult play look awfully easy. Decons gets it in the corner, makes his way through the paint, pass wide. Now to Love. Good ball fake. Lane Love's going to take it through the paint, wraps it up. Lane Love rolls it in.
The bench is excited. They're demonstrating his whirl-away shot.
You have to love that. Through the middle, Barwagon had it knocked away. He gets rid of it, now gets it back. Into the high post it goes. Pull-up jumper is up and in for Park.
And that's an area that you had talked about earlier that they weren't doing enough of.
Yeah, they really have not gone after the high post at all lately. That was the first time it felt like in a long time.
And every time they have in this game, they've been successful with it.
Decons fires, back of the rim, no good. Tipped out, Barwagon has it. Barwagon with 20 points. He's going to take it all the way down the floor, and we're going to get a goaltending as Rhett Reynolds hammered it off the iron.
Yeah, that hit the backboard before he got to it.
6:42 left to play in the ball game. We have a timeout on the floor, so with it, we'll take one as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back here to the campus of Montana Tech right after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jessica Reisig, an orthopedic surgeon here in Butte, Montana with specialty training in foot and ankle. I chose orthopedic surgery because I get to actively help my patients enjoy their lives. The human body in general is just really amazing. The way everything works as a unit, the way the bones, tendons, muscles all work to function and just make people move is something that I've always found incredibly fascinating. And there's nothing more rewarding than seeing a patient get better because of the work we did together.
(92-48) our score. Montana Tech up over the Eagles of King's College out of Alberta. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher here on Digger Vision. Again, the final game before the Frontier Conference season gets underway for the Digs. They'll go on the road next week to Rocky Mountain College. That will be on Saturday, a week from today, January 4th. They'll be down to take on Rocky, 4 p.m. start time in Billings. And then that following week, Montana Tech will host MSU Northern on Thursday and then host Carroll College on Saturday, the 9th and 11th.
Time to get the battle started.
That's it. See what the conference brings us this time around.
Rocky's got a nice team. Carroll's down a little bit. Western's up and down. They can be really good at times.
Tech into the offensive side. Lane Love up top. Near side, Keely Bake around a screen. Keely gets it out to Owen Long. Deep three, no good. Rebound inside, Jackson Huffnagel. A lot of youth out here for the Eagles as well. Barwagon going to attack, steps through, shot is up and in.
That is a tough shot. That is a great shot.
Well, I'll tell you, and Connor Machad played him great defensively.
Yes, he did. It's just a tremendous shot.
Barwagon is having himself a ball game. 24 points for him. And going to the ground underneath was Connor Machad. That's going to go out of bounds. Turnover will go to the Eagles.
Outstanding defense on him that time. It took everything away. He wanted to go pivot and go to the baseline. They took it away from him.
6 minutes left to play. Diggs up 92-50. Eagles around a screen. Near side, Williams. Williams, high, arcing three, no good. Love tracks it down in the corner. He'll get it across to Bake. Diggs the other way. Keely Bake quickly into the offensive zone. Bounce pass to Machad, back to Bake. He'll pull up from the baseline and gets it.
Good give and go.
Keely Bake with 10 points. He is the 5th Orediger into double digits. Coast to coast the other way. Barwagon takes it right to the hole. He has 26.
He has worked his buns off.
No joke. Again, he and Castle were the leading scorers for the Eagles in the first half. They were both in double figures. Connor Machad from deep, no good. Fighting for the rebound. And picking up the personal foul is going to be Hayden Decons. His ability in the scrum of a rebound to go up and tip it like 3 or 4 times before it's anywhere close to the ground is just incredible.
Yeah, he's an incredible defensive player.
40-point lead for the Digs. Their biggest lead of the day has been 48. 5 minutes left to play. Into the offensive side, Stuper, far right wing. Tess came out for it. Instead it goes to Lane Williams. Deep three, he's fouled. Coming out to defend him that time was Bridger Vogel out of Belts, the young freshman. He'll pick up the foul, and Lane Williams will shoot 3. So Lane Williams, a freshman out of Stony Plain, Alberta.
So Alberta is famous for ice skating, speed skating.
Okay.
Did you know that?
Sure.
It is.
Well, and we certainly have that through Tendril here to the mining
I
city.
would like to think hockey, since that's Canada is the capital of hockey.
We don't want to talk about juniors, though. They just lost in juniors yesterday. Wasn't pretty. Lane Williams at the line. Diggs by 40. Williams third, hits the front of the rim, falls in. Montana Tech basketball back the other way. Connor Machad near side, it goes to Vogel. Vogel looking on the interior. Ball fake. Torgerson. Now back to Machad. Machad's had a lot of playing time here today. He'll spin to his left, off the glass, won't go. Defensive rebound, Eagles in transition. Pass to the far left wing. Good stutter step by Loki. He'll kick it across. Shot goes up, shot no good. Tipped out, Orediggers basketball. Montana Tech in transition, down to Machad. Machad lost it for a moment. He gets it back under control and puts it in.
That is a great point guard play right there.
Connor Machad, 6 points on the day. Check that, make it 8. Through the lane, pass to the baseline, shot blocked. Swatting that one away is big Noah Dowler out of Kalispell. Head fake, Torgerson inside to Dowler. Dowler won't get his first, gets his own rebound back up. Dowler rolls it in.
Padding his stats there with that offensive board.
Hey, you've got to do whatever you got to do, you know. Dowler with 2 points. And the other way, whistle and a foul as he swats that one out of play. I'm like, something fell.
It wasn't me. Could have been me, but it wasn't.
3:43 left to play in the ball game.
And I don't sound like an empty bottle.
Montana Tech leads 98-53. And it looks like we have a short timeout, so we'll take a quick one, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here right after this.
Even when you have to weather the storm, even when the unexpected happens, even when the local environment slows things down, we will get you what you need when you need it. We are committed to getting you back in the seat, back to work, back to what matters. At Torgerson's Equipment, we know what matters most: community, family, working every day to make your day more productive.
.343 left to play here in the ball game. Montana Tech leading 98-53. And the Eagles will go to the foul line here. Benjamin Tess at the line. Tess on the day, 4 points. He has yet to shoot a free throw. That's his first, and it's good. Eagles as a team are 6 of 9 from the free throw line today. The bulk of those taken by Barwagon. He's 4 of 5. So Tess for his second. It's up and good. Tech leading 98-55. Again, the Digs on the road next week to Rocky on the 4th. And then they will be home on the 9th and 11th to get the Frontier Conference season officially underway. Digs into the offensive side. Lane Love, far lefts. Now up top. Hand off there. Dowler to Love. Love spins. Baseline. Puts it up. Little off balance. No good. And coming out with it is going to be the Orediggers. Good hustle by Mashad. Torgerson around a screen. Fires. No good. Rebound tipped up and in by Connor Mashad. Just smooth play by Connor Mashad. He's into double digits with 10. Young freshman has played 19 minutes here tonight.
Checking a zone here, 2-3 zone.
Go.
Don't see this often.
New. Just under 3 minutes left to play here in the ball game. Deep three is up, no good. Controlled down to the baseline. The Eagles will hold on to it. Loki, pass, intercepted. Vogel has it. Here come the Digs in transition. Vogel, top of the horn, underneath to Mashad. Mashad turns to the basket, puts it up and in. Connor Mashad with 12.
Great floor awareness by Vogel.
Connor Mashad has a double-double right now. 12 points, 11 rebounds for Montana Tech tonight. Young freshman tearing it up here for the Digs. Loki moves it across to Lane Williams. They enter into the high post, now out to Loki. Three-point shot comes up well short. Offensive rebound, and the putback by Benedict Pritchard. Pritchard out of Saskatoon. Tech leading 102-57. Vogel up top. Right hand hands it off. Three-point shot is on its way. Back of the rim for Lane Love, no good. Torgerson gets the rebound. Back up top to Love. Ball fake. He has the lane. Lane Love to the rack, gets it up and in.
Great athletic ability. That's a good move.
Lane Love with 4 points. And the Digs up 104-57. From way downtown, and Vogel's going to be called with a foul. So back to the foul line, shooting three is Lane Williams. He was in the 4-point circle.
Yeah, that was a long three. They'll discuss that on film when they watch it.
I would assume so. They might even discuss it a little bit before then.
I don't know, he hasn't pulled him, so he's obviously not upset with him.
1:33 left to play in the ball game. Lane Williams knocks down his first. His second, back of the iron, no good. The Kings are 8 of 12 from the free throw line as a team. Both teams have shot 12 free throws. And his second is no good. Tech back the other way. Under 90 seconds remaining in the ball game. Lane Love lobs it down on the interior. Spinning with the right hand. Shot goes up. Won't go. Tipped out. Eagle basketball. Noah Dowler had the skyhook look. Through the paint. Stripped away. Lane Love gets the steal. Outlet to Mashad. Mashad goes up but stripped away. Whistle and a foul.
That is a great pass by Lane Love.
Well, he pulled that thing back and just let it rip.
Floor awareness, perfect. You throw it to the key, not to the player. He did everything correct there.
A good job by the defender to get back and get in the way of that one, as Crossland wasn't going to allow him the easy dunk. So first free throw attempt is up and in. Connor Mashad, 13 points, 11 rebounds for the freshman. Boy, his playing time has gone up and up and up here in the preseason, and now you see why.
As it should.
Noah Dowler. Or rather, excuse me, Connor Mashad, rather, as I look down at Dowler. Eagles. They'll take it from out there at that 4-point line again. That one's going to go out of play. So Orediggers basketball, 52 seconds remaining here in the ball game. And the Digs will bring her down the floor. Torgerson across midcourt. Torgy feeds it to Mashad. Now to Dowler, left side Love, inside to Mashad. Mashad, skyhook, comes up, hits the front of the iron, no good. As he attacks the rebound, we're going to get a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, he got undercut trying to get to the board.
And the foul going to go on Lane Williams. So Connor Machad will look to add to his totals. Young man who played his ball down to Frenchtown. His teammates and Eli Quinn from Frenchtown will join him next year, as he is over on that bench as a freshman. They had a wee bit of success together down the valley.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Machad, 2-2. Connor Machad having just a tremendous ball game. 16 points, 12 rebounds for Connor. Tech stays in that zone. They feed it into the high post, spinning back out to Loki. Loki at the foul line. Pass goes right wing to Williams. Williams back to Loki. Loki wants the baseline. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul. And I believe that Dowler, no, it's going to go on Torgy. Torgerson's going to pick up the foul.
That's one of those guards getting in the way.
Man.
That area is for the bigs.
It's amazing how much you love guards until they're
where they're not supposed to be.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's probably the way to put it. Front half of the bonus is up and in for Loki.
Torgy's pretty good.
David Loki, 6'3" freshman guard out of Smithers, British Columbia. I would significantly fail a geography test, unfortunately.
That's two of us.
I wish
Calgary, that's all I know, Calgary. It's one of my favorite cities in the world.
I've had nothing but great times anytime we've headed north of the border. Tech, under 10 seconds. Lane Love out top. He'll hold on to it. Montana Tech leading 108-60, and that's where this one's going to end. So the Orediggers will get the win, 108-60 over the Eagles out of King's College. The Digs will go to 12-1. The Eagles will fall to 2-9 on the year. JT, give us your final thoughts, brother.
Well, I happen to like the Eagles team. I think they played hard. I like what they do. They don't have a post presence. You got to have a aircraft carrier down there. Their offense plays hard. They get to the paint, and they just they got out rebounded, and transition hurt them a little bit. But I'll say again, I can't believe their record, because they are a much better basketball team than their record indicates.
Well, let's look here at the Eagles. They shot 38% from the floor, 18% from the three-point line. They pulled down a total of 31 rebounds, as Montana Tech had 16 more rebounds than the Eagles did here in this game. Kings had 10 offensive rebounds, which turned into 8 second-chance points for the Eagles here. Tonight, leading scorer was Barwagon. He had a monster, 11 of 18 from the floor. He had 26 points. He was a leading scorer on the floor. Behind him was Castle with 13. That's where he stayed. He had 13 in the first half. Never was able to really get into the flow in the second half with a little bit of foul trouble. From there, you're looking at Park with 5 points, Loki with 4, Williams and Pritchard each with 2, and Olette gets 2 points as well for the Eagles out of King's College. Once again, they go to 2-9 on the year with the loss here today. On the other side for Montana Tech, they shot 52% from the floor, 32% from the three-point line, and they were 15 of 16 from the free throw line here this evening.
That'll win games for you.
That's the deal right there. Otherwise, team number-wise, Montana Tech, 47 total rebounds. 19 of those were offensive. And I don't think I've ever seen a number like this before. 33 second chance points for Montana Tech.
Wow, I have never seen a number like that.
That is insane. 33 second chance points off of 19 offensive rebounds for Montana Tech. Individually for the Digs, they get, so what are we looking at here? 6 guys in double digits. They're led by Peffer and Connor Machad, each who put up 16 points today. Michael Ure with 11. Torgerson, Decons, and Keely Bake all get 10 points for the Orediggers. Rhett Reynolds with 8. From there, you're looking at Braden Cook with 6, Ifanye Okeke with 6, and Noah Dowler with 2 points on the day. Again, the big one, Connor Machad, 16 points and 12 total rebounds for Montana Tech. The freshman having a monster here today.
Got to make the coach smile, no question.
That's the deal. So Montana Tech gets the win, 108-60. And again, remember, the next match, the next game for Montana Tech will be in Billings, January 4th, as the Orediggers take on the Battling Bears in a Frontier Conference opener. And we certainly look forward to seeing you down to Billings. Hey, any parting words?
Happy New Year to everybody out there.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
John Thatcher, for John Thatcher, I'm Paul Panisco, and my man Cole over here. Thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. Have a great night and a great remainder of your weekend. Until next time, take care.